Welcome back to my channel Learn by Practical. Today we are going to understand the directory structure for an Angular 17 project. So today our topic will be what is Package.Json, what is Package-lock.json, and why do we need it, how many Package.Json is there in your project, what is angular.json, why base href is important, what is the use of caret versus tilde in your Angular project. So these are the nitty-gritty things which we are going to view in this video. This was the project which we have created in our last video. I will provide the link in the description, so please check it. In our last video we have created an Angular 17 project and installed tailwind.css in that project. I have already run this project using my command ngserve, so it has generated a local URL which I can view in my browser. So here you can see this is the sample project, basic UI using Tailwind. Coming back to Visual Studio Code, here you can see the sample project over here. If I click on this, you can see various subfolders over here. So our topic of concern will be Package.Json, Package-lock.json, tsconfig.json, angular.json. So we will check all these things. So when I run my project using ngserve, so basically a URL is generated. So which page is served initially? So you can see index.html is served in my browser. Now index.html has an app root. So app root is basically defined your app component.html. This is the app root, app component which has a directive app root. So basically this gets loaded over here and you can see the preview of this project. So how I am sure that index.html is loaded first? So how can I verify that? If I create another HTML and want that HTML to be load first, so how can I achieve that? So let's go to our angular.json project. Okay, angular.json. Here you can see index src index.html. So this is the file which is loaded initially and which in turn calls the app root, which is a app component.html. If I create another file, suppose in my src directory I create a file, okay, index2.html. so I copy the content of this index2.html and paste over here. So this is all this thing. If I add index2.html, so here you can see I have created an index2.html and I want initially to load index2.html. How can I achieve that? So I will go to my browser, sorry, not browser, angular.json file, and I will run index.2.html. so this is the configuration changes I need to, and I need to rerun my Angular project. So let's wait. As you can see, the project has compiled successfully, and if I go to my browser and check, the project has run successfully, and here you can see sample project index2.html in my title. Okay, so you can check I have loaded index.2.html in a project. So as you can see, I have loaded my index2.html over here. One thing, in index2.html, this is the content, that is doc type HTML, and in this particular content, one thing to remember is the use case of base href, which is very important, which we will understand in this video later on. Okay, so we will move on to our main topic, what is package.json. You can see this is a package.json. As the name suggests, .json means this will have a JSON content. Okay, so this is a JSON content. So why do we need package.json? The primary reason to have a package.json is to declare the dependency required by your project. You can specify the dependency your project needs. Last video we have installed Tailwind. So Tailwind was a dependency which was required by our project. So I have installed Tailwind. Here you can see tailwind.css is installed over here. So this is an dependency. So Package.Json basically serves a roadmap to resolve all your dependencies and their version. Basically this. So here you can see there are two dependencies, dev dependencies and dev dependencies. Okay, so basically dev dependencies are those dependencies which are required only during our development time. So but these dependencies are also required when we build a production. These dependencies are also required. Okay, so this is the script and I have run ng-serve. Basically that is used to run an Angular project. This is all this thing. Suppose you have installed another package. That package might, if you have installed using dev dependency, then it will be displayed over here. If it is installed as a dependency, that it will be mentioned over here. So this was the information regarding package.json. Then what is the use case of package-lock.json? This is a package-lock.json. Basically why do we need it? So whenever we work on a project, with several developers used to work on a project, so every developer has the same exact dependencies in their project. That is ensured by package-lock.json. This serves for that purpose. Now here you can see this is angular.json. Here you can see there are various JSON commands over here. So you need not to worry about all this. Okay, so most of the time you will be touching only few things over here. Like I have shown you index.to.html, how you can point to different index.html. If you would write text.html, how you can point to that text.html. But index.html is the standard procedure. So this is the output path directory. So this sample project means whenever you build a production version, it will create a dist/sample project. Okay, suppose if I run ng build -c product, so this will create a dist folder and sample project inside that. Okay, so it will build my production. It is building, so let us wait for that. Here you can see, if I reveal in File Explorer, you can see inside dist folder I have my sample project over here. So basically you need to copy this content from here and upload it to your server and it will run that. Coming back to angular.json, basically you can change your sample project, you can name any other thing, it will output a directory to that. Okay, suppose if I give something another test and save it and I once again run that command. Okay, so it will build my production ready app inside the test folder. Okay, so let's wait for that. So here you can see the build version is ready. If I go to my dist folder, you can see another test is there, test folder is there. So if I reveal in File Explorer, you can see there is a test folder and there is a content. So you need to upload this content into your server and it will run. Coming back to angular.json file, so we have checked this. Okay, and these two things. Okay, and most of the things we will not change over here. And one thing is like whenever we need to add more styles in a project, we will be adding over here and our scripts will be going over here. So suppose let's check this also. In a src folder I've created an style style2.scss. So how will I include that in a, how can I include that? I will put comma over here, and src slash styles 2.scss. Okay, so like this I can include my more than one global style sheet. So let's check. If I go to my app component.html, if I add a p tag, welcome to learn by practical. Okay, so this is the p tag, and if I again run my command, okay, ngserve, so in the browser it will display welcome back, welcome to learn by practical. This is that style.css created over here. Okay, so basically it is style.2.css. okay, it's not style.css, it's style2.css. so if I save and again serve, so this time it will run successfully. So this has run successfully. If I go to my browser, so here you can see welcome to learn by practical, and if I add a class over here in the app component.html, if I provide a class sample class, okay, so if I copy this class and paste this, suppose red, okay, not red, suppose I have C and I save all my content, and if I go to my browser, here you can see the color is background color is set to CCC. So like this you can add your multiple style sheet in your Angular project. Style.css was applied, SCSS was applied successfully. Now if you want to add some script, so you can specify your script file over here, and you can specify your script file over here. So one thing to remember over here, there is one is coming down over here. Here you can see this is test. So please remember, you should, while you paste your CSS or any external script file, please don't paste over inside the text. Okay, you specifically place over here. Architect build, inside build you have your assets and styles and scripts. Okay, the thing you need to remember in angular.json. The rest are the configuration things. So that are all those things that we don't change in a regular basis on the project. So these are the things we change in a Angular project. Okay, sometimes we change this maximum warning and maximum error. Okay, whenever our build size gets exceeded, so we change this, but most of the time sometimes we need to change it. Okay, so this was our angular.json file. Okay. There are two things which we'll discuss. Okay, so what is the use case of caret and tilde in a package.json, and why base href is important. Okay, these are the two topics which we will discuss over here, right? If I go to my package.json, somewhere you can see this caret symbol, somewhere you can see this tilde symbol. So what is this? You need to understand why there is a caret symbol and why there is tilde symbol. Okay, so basically when we use caret with a number, so it will allow you to upgrade your package. Okay, up to like suppose if you are using caret, okay, so it will allow you to upgrade your package up to 2.3.9. okay, but not to 3.0.0. okay, this is the use case Basically, it will allow you to upgrade your package version greater than this, but not more than 3.0.0. Okay. So if you specify tilde, okay, so basically it will, suppose you have a pack 1.2.3, so it will allow you to move up to update up to greater than 1.2.3, but it will not allow more than 1.3.0. Okay, so basically this is the difference between your caret versus tilde. Okay, so let's delete it. Okay, our next topic is what is base href. Okay, so basically base href is used to resolve the routing of your Angular application efficiently. Okay, so and another thing is, if you, so slash mean it's point to the root directory. Okay, so suppose you have a domain, example project.com. So if your Angular project is directly within the root directory of this domain, okay, so then you can specify slash. If it is inside something called demo, so you need to specify slash demo inside it and build the project. Okay, so basically this helps you to resolve your URL correctly without frequently reloading the page. If it is not correctly configured, then the router will not work properly. So I hope I have covered most of the things in this. So in our next video we will jump straight back into the app folder. Okay, so all our working directory will be, all our code will be inside a app folder. So in our next video we will check what is the difference between module versus standalone component, and we will try to create some sample component and check how it works. So that's all. If you find my video helpful, please like and subscribe my channel.